What's the moment you realized your friend wasn't a good person? 1. We went out clubbing and I happened to come across an old friend. She later was making jokes about him being ugly and looking like an alien. He was a burn victim, and she knew that. She would also park in the handicap spots when she had no disabilities. She then leaked my phone number online, having people harass me, and thought she was doing something by dating my ex-BF. They lasted 2 weeks. 2. She came to my and my roommate's room crying. We of course let her in and tried to find out what was wrong. She starts telling us all about her relationship and how it's gone so wrong. She's been her partner for literal months, being physically violent to him, emotionally manipulative, and threatening every time he tries to leave her. Meanwhile, she's gotten super close to his family, and her partner has been too ashamed to tell any of them what she's been doing to him. Only her side of the story has reached them. Finally, the partner has managed to cut ties fully and block her everywhere and tell his brother about it, ensuring he has some support. However, evidently she's just taken a pregnancy test and it's positive, so she wants to get back in touch with him so he can take responsibility. But she adds in that it'd be nice if he texted her for her birthday too. And really they should just talk, because she's sure she can convince him to come back to her. My roommate and I are just making horrified eye contact and trying to firmly tell her that she needs to leave this poor man alone and get her together. Eventually we calm her down enough that she decides to go home and leaves our dorm. I have no idea what happened with the situation after that. We made a real effort not to ever see her again. She ended up getting kicked out of our college for calling in a false gun threat. 3. She talked poorly about every single person she knew met. If your friend talks badly about others in front of you, imagine what they say behind your back. 4. Left his wife and kids because he was in love with my wife, who wasn't interested in him at all. Then literally never saw his kids again, and gave up all parental rights. Her next husband, also a friend of mine, adopted them and has been a great dad. 5. We lived in the same dorm and worked at the same place. I gave him a ride to work because he didn't have a car daily for a few months. The thought never occurred to me to ask for money because I was going there anyway. Why would I? He got a car and my car broke down. I asked for a ride. He asks me for gas money. 6. I started dating a really nice girl who worked in a jewelry store. After 3 or 4 dates, she told me that my roommate and supposed friend had stopped by the store to tell her my dad was an alcoholic, which was true, but we both thought it was crude and strange that he did that. I dumped him and married her. 7. I'd always bought my best friend lunch in high school, like every day. When he had detention, I'd come by and drop him off food. This one week I lost my wallet, so no money. Surprisingly, he had money that week. I didn't have money. I asked him if he could get me lunch and straight up said no. I thought he was joking, and then he just bought food and ate by himself. Made me really think people can be so greedy to their best friend. I stopped hanging out with him after that, and I didn't buy him food anymore. 8. When he threw an unopened can of Coke at a homeless person, stopped being his friend right then and there, and I took the homeless woman to get food and gave her money to go get replacement clothes from Goodwill. I've never been so ashamed of someone before or after that. 9. Him and his girlfriend did a ton of in an attempt to abort her pregnancy. Baby was born with multiple developmental and other health issues. His parents adopted the baby and raised him. 10. They were screaming in my face repeatedly that my mom is still alive in heaven after I had nicely asked them not to say that to me.